You're pouring your morning coffee, carrying the shopping, or maybe you're in the middle of some heavy rows in the gym. And then you feel it. A sharp pain right on the inside of your elbow. Now at first, it's just annoying, and a few days later, it hurts to shake someone's hand. Before long, even opening a jar feels like a workout. Most people think somehow they've injured their elbow overnight, but in reality, it's been building for weeks and months. Today, in the injury clinic, we're going to be discussing golfer's elbow. By the end of this video, you'll know what golfer's elbow actually is, why it happens, how to recognize the symptoms, whether you've got a mild or severe case, and most importantly, how to recover and get back to doing what you enjoy. Despite the name, you don't need to have touched a golf club in your life to get golfer's elbow. In fact, most people with this injury have never actually played golf. A bit like me. Medial epicondylitis is an overuse injury affecting the tendons attached to the inside of the elbow. Specifically, the tendons responsible for bending your wrist and gripping objects. Over time, these tendons can become irritated and develop microscopic damage. This leads to pain, weakness, and reduced function. Now, let's have a quick little look at the anatomy. The bony bump on the inside of your elbow is called the medial epicondyle. Several muscles attach here, including your flexor carpi radialis, your flexor carpi ulnaris, palmaris longus, and pronator teres. Now, these muscles all help with similar things, those being wrist flexion, forearm pronation, and grip strength. Every time you grip a dumbbell, swing a golf club, throw a ball, or use a screwdriver, these tissues are working. So why does it happen? This injury is not usually caused by one dramatic moment. Instead, it develops when the tendon is exposed to more load than it can tolerate. Think of it like repetitively using the same paperclip over and over and over again. One bend, not much of a problem, but hundreds and over the course of time, eventually something will give. And your tendon responds in a similar way. Too much gripping, too much lifting, too much repetition, and not enough recovery. A classic overuse injury. So who's susceptible to it? Well, as the name suggests, golfers are particularly susceptible, but also gym goers, racket sport athletes such as paddle or tennis, tradespeople, and office workers. Now, you might be thinking, how on earth does an office worker get an overuse injury? Simple things like repetitive strain injury on those hands can be taxing. Anyone repetitively loading their wrist flexors can develop this condition, no matter the environment. Particular risk factors include things such as sudden increases in training volume, poor load management, repetitive gripping tasks, reduced forearm strength, limited recovery, and previous upper limb injuries. The common theme is the tendon just can't keep up with the demand you're placing on it. Unlike ligament tears, golfer's elbow isn't graded in the traditional grade 1, grade 2, and grade 3 manner. Instead, we often think about it as a severity-based principle on irritability and functional limitation. A mild case of golfer's elbow would include pain only after activity, grip strength mostly unaffected, and the individual is still able to train or continue their daily functions as normal. A moderate case of medial epicondylitis includes pain during the activity, reduced performance, and your grip becoming uncomfortable. In severe cases of medial epicondylitis, we see pain with everyday activities, difficulty lifting objects, reduced grip strength, and pain even at rest. The earlier you catch it, the easier it is to manage. Signs and symptoms. We'll hit a little checklist for this one. I'm gonna put it here. So, common symptoms include pain on the inside of the elbow, pain when gripping, pain when bending the wrist, reduced grip strength. Now, there is a super simple test for golfer's elbow that you can do at home. If you make a tight wrist, if that reproduces the pain you've been feeling in your elbow, it's typically a sign of golfer's elbow. Now, the great news is golfer's elbow responds particularly well to conservative management, and that just means avoiding any kinds of things like surgeries or injections. Simply moving your body in the correct manner can make this better. Now, there are a couple of steps to it, so let's get into it. Step 1. Reduce those aggravating activities. Modify your training and manage your overall load. Notice I didn't say stop everything. Step 2 is to rebuild your capacity. And what do I mean by that? Well, your tendon needs the load, just the right amount, not too much, not too little. Exercises in this stage may include things such as isometric wrist flexion holds, wrist flexion strengthening, forearm pronation exercises, and grip strengthening. And finally, step 3, gradually increase the volume, intensity, and specific demands of your activities. The goal isn't to eliminate the pain completely, it's just to restore your tendon capacity, and your pain will reduce over time. Common mistakes people make all the time with medial epicondylitis is resting completely. Others like to train through severe pain. If we think of pain on a visual analog scale from 0 to 10, 10 being the worst pain ever, any pain above a 6, typically we tend to say stop and rest and try again the day after. If the pain continues to jump up above a 6, go and see your healthcare professional and ask them to adjust your exercises, or quite simply, you can adjust your exercises at home. Maybe you've pushed yourself too far, too soon. And that leads on to the other common mistake, which is increasing your load too quickly. Now, using things such as massage guns, I've got a massage gun, hold on. Yes! So using things like massage guns and ice packs may help ease your symptoms, but they won't fix the underlying problem if the load is not addressed. Because simply put, this is an overuse injury. The recovery timelines are quite simple for this injury. Mild cases tend to resolve within 4 to 8 weeks with proper rehabilitation. More moderate cases can take anywhere from 8 to 16 weeks, with the most severe taking anywhere from 3 to 6 months to heal fully. Tendon rehab isn't usually measured in days, it's measured in consistency and how often you show up to make yourself better. So that's golfer's elbow explained. What it is, why it happens, how to recognize it, and most importantly, how you yourself at home can recover from it. If you yourself have pain on the inside of your elbow, drop a comment down below and let me know what makes that pain worse and what makes it better. If there is another injury you'd like me to cover in this injury clinic series, do let me know as well, either by DM on Instagram or by dropping it in the comment section down below. And don't forget, it's completely free to subscribe to this channel with weekly videos coming out consistently. So without further ado, I've been Max Darcy. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Whether you've got a mild,